All right. All right. Strange things, but it's okay. It's okay. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Pretty Petty Tuesday, all up in your area, and we are doing what we supposed to do because we are where we are supposed to be, and we gonna rock out. This is weird. Hold on, my peoples. Hold on. Let me see. I'm telling you, this is the death of blog talk, y'all. It's a rehab. It's a rehab. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on here. All right. So wait a minute. Okay, listen. Tonight on this Pretty Petty Tuesday on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the difference between winging it and faking it. The difference between faking it and winging it. You can do both. It's a free country, but if you think that winging it and faking it is the same thing, then you probably don't have the ambition, the energy, or the drive that people who have had to wing it have had to employ over their lives during the course of their lives. Well, let's go with the definition of both, because you may see some similarities in both of the things, because they do both require or contain a key element, and we're gonna get into that right now, brothers, right now, sisters. All right, when you're faking something, we all know what faking something is. That means that you are pretending. You are pretending that you are something, or that you know how to do something. You are not being authentic. You are not being truthful. You are not being honest. You are saying that you know something, or that you are something that you have full knowledge that you are not. So it can be a form of deception when you are faking something. And you may be faking something in order to prove yourself to somebody else, unprovoked. As a matter of fact, you may be trying to gain popularity. You may be trying to fool someone into giving you something or treating you in a certain type of way, just because because you have studied them and you know that they are looking for a certain thing, and so you became that. So you can, let's say you are looking for a job. You are faking it when you clearly read the job description, and you know that you do not qualify for that job. You know that none of those gems in the job description describe things that you have done before or that you have been trained to do. It may say something like, this job requires that you have a college degree, and you know damn well you ain't got no college degree. You may not have even gone to college, but what did you put on that job application, or what did you put in that resume? You put something university, class of 19 blah 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 2000 blah blah blah. You know that you ain't graduate from no college, go to no college. And maybe you've never even done this job before, but perhaps you think that you can do it because you have done something that is similar to this job. So you faked it and you may have gotten the job. Now it's going to be a problem after you get the job, because you know that you did not fulfill the requirements that were supposed to be met in order to get this job. So here you are on the job. Now, on the job, because you faked it, you may have to wing it on this job until you actually learn how to do the job that you were hired for. So before, you weren't winging it, you were faking it. And now you are in a position where you cannot fake it. you have to wing it. Now you can actually turn this faking into a winging and actually not even have to fake or wing anymore, unless we're talking about the college degree or some of those other certificates that may have been required in order to get the job. So your time will probably come for that. But for now, you may be able to acquire the skills and the training that it takes or took in order to get that job. And so you may be out of the fire of faking it. It happens. Sorry, y'all. I swear to God, my allergies were in good shape all day until I got here. I was not blowing. I was not stopped up. I did not have to eat green eggs and ham, but here we are. Here I am. All right. So that's faking it. When you're winging it, and I started talking about winging it after faking it, when you are winging it, you do know what you're doing. You just may not be as good at it as you strive to be. Like let's say same job scenario. You're a manager at a job. You applied to be a manager at another job. You got the job. But you managed one thing at another job and you're managing this thing at this job. Now, because of your managerial skills, it may be the case that you know how to manage anyone and you could probably manage anywhere, but you need the training. So you may have been totally honest about where you have managed before, and they may have said, yeah, I think that your skills are in line with this job. So you were transparent, you were honest about where you were as far as your placement and your training and your education is concerned in getting this job. But they may have given confidence to you that you could do this job. Now maybe they took away a little bit of the initial compensation. In other words, the pay that you may have received had you gone in there and said, "Yo, I'm the man or the woman for this job, and I can do the best, and I need top dollar," because that's what you're going to be paying for, and that's what you're going to be getting. Maybe you didn't do that part, but you were transparent and letting them know that you didn't manage in this field or this area before, but that you would give it all you got. And you may have to wing it in that area. You may have to, as you're learning how to do the job or learning how to manage in this position, you may be winging it. In other words, you may be using your skills from other areas, your knowledge, education, and training from other areas until you can learn what you need to learn how to do in this job and in this position. You may be winging it. Like you going to work every day. Like, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like sometimes I seem lost. Sometimes I feel lost when I'm doing this or whatever. It may take me some time to catch on. I may have to study other employees. I've asked for help. They let them tell it. I'm doing a great job. I'm putting on an exemplary and performance, and I'm doing my thing. They don't know. I'm just winging it out here. I don't know what I'm doing. I be in there like, I agree with that. And furthermore, I think we should do that. Yeah, you're winging it. You're winging it until you get to where you want to be, where you need to be, where you think you should be. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. So have you ever been in a position where you had to wing it? Have you ever been in a position where you were faking it? Like I said, when you're faking something, you know exactly what you know how to do, and you know exactly what you are portraying to the audience that you are performing in front of. So when you're faking it, more than likely you are being deceptive. More than likely you are lying. You have lied. You have lied about who you are and what you can do and what you bring to the table. You have outright gone out to paint a picture of artistry that you could not illustrate yourself. You was faking it. Let's say you're a musician. You know that you may have been great on the saxophone. That might be your instrument. You might just be okay on the trumpet. Now, you would think that because whether you're playing the trumpet, the sax, the clarinet, I can't remember the name of the places that you put your fingers in order to play, the holes or whatever. You know what I'm saying. It's been so long since I played that type of instrument. I can't even remember what it's called. I can't remember the proper name. See, I'm winging it. But, you know, you may be really comfortable with that saxophone. That might be your thing. I mean, you might be like Grover Washington Jr. was with the sax. You know? I don't want to say Kenny G, but you might have been like Grover Washington Jr. when it came to the sax. But with the trumpet, you might be able to play, but you might not be all of that. Or with a trombone, it's totally different motion. You might not be that good at that at all. So if you are chosen to play the trumpet, you might be best third chair. Like on the trumpet, I'm third chair. I can get you through a set. I can definitely get you through a set. But on that saxophone, I'm first chair. I'm first chair sax. So you know, you put that sax in, you put that lady in my hand, and I'm a fondle her the right way. But that trumpet, I'm like, you know, so you might be winging it when somebody asks you to play the trumpet. But like you said, you can get them through a set, no problem. Get them through the set. With that saxophone, though, you're gonna tear the house down. With the saxophone, you're gonna be more like Flipper was with the trumpet in Mo Better Blues. Remember Flipper in Mo Better Blues, and you know Denzel Washington. Remember, he was all that on that trumpet. He was all that on that trumpet. And you might be like Flipper was on the trumpet when you're playing the sax. Flipper might have to wing it if he played the sax. I mean, yeah. Flipper might have to wing it if he ever played the sax because the trumpet was his main instrument. So that's what we're talking about. Shoot. Parents. For all of my new parents, or think back at the time when you first had children. You know, even if you took care of your brothers and sisters when they were babies, your little cousins, nieces, and nephews, you may have been like a mother or a father to them, you know, your godchildren and all of that kind of stuff. But once you were put in the driver's seat of being the full-fledged, all responsibility carrying parent who had to deal with the changes that children go through, who had to deal with the day-to-day parenting challenges that come along with being a parent, you may have been winging it at first. With your first child, you may have winged it the whole time before you had a second child or even a third child. You may not have felt like your parenting skills were where they wanted to be. You might have had to wing it as a parent and just did the best that you can, or did the best that you could. And that's the thing about winging it. When you are winging it, you're doing the best that you can. Your intentions are normally in a good place. You're not faking it. It's not that you don't know what you're doing at all. You just don't have the confidence where you will have it later on when you know exactly what you're doing. There is nothing that breeds confidence like knowing what you're doing. That's what confidence is all about. Knowing exactly what you are doing. That breeds confidence. It's hard to be confident when you have to ask somebody, what's this? Well, how does this work? Is it, how am I doing? Confident people don't normally have to ask how they're doing. They know how they're doing because they've done it before. They've slayed the competition. They beat them. They've practiced. And when you're winging it, you're normally in an area where you haven't practiced a lot, or where you haven't gotten a lot of skills or practicing. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism Show, man. Winging it versus faking it versus winging it. The difference between winging it and faking it. When was the last time you were in a position where you were winging it? Have you ever been in a position where you were winging it? It's not a guarantee. I think it probably applies to most people at some point in their lives. Because winging it is the same as trying. I'm trying. You ever play a new sport? You're trying out a new sport. Maybe you're a tall guy who everybody thinks should be able to play basketball. A lot of tall dudes, over 6 feet are thought to know how to play basketball, and a lot of them can't. A lot of them can't run worth shit. Can't handle the rock, ain't got no handle. And the handle is the dribble for those of y'all who wing it like y'all even understand basketball terms. So, don't know how to dribble, don't know how to shoot, and may not even have the stamina to run up and down the court. But maybe you know how to play a little bit. So you're out there on the court and people keep passing you the ball like you know what to do with the rock, and you out there winging it. So in the course of winging it, maybe you keep kicking it out to somebody who has a better shot than you. So you out there becoming the best assist king when they thought that you would be more of a scorer. They thought that you would be inside the post more. They thought that you was going to be going to the hole. You don't know how to do that shit. You might be the type of dude that'll miss a layup. You might. You out there winging it. And the thing about the basketball court is people going to know whether you was out there winging it or not. It ain't hard to tell. It is not hard to tell. They keep passing you that ball, and you show that you are afraid to shoot the ball on some old damn. What's the name of the dude that went to the Brooklyn Nets from the Sixers? Gave him all that money, and he's straight garbage. I pushed his name out of my head because he was so ass. He's so ass. Oh man, what is his name? Anyway. So yeah, you might be out there winging it. You're not as fast as people thought you were. You're not as agile as people thought you were. You're not as athletic as people thought that you were. You out there winging it, getting your skills together. Maybe you might be starting to practice and all of that, but you're winging it. Now, you was faking it when you went out there and you told everybody beforehand that you was the best and that you got trophies and that you were in championships and that, you was some all-American type. Yeah, you was faking it. You lied. You know damn well you've never done all these kind of things. And you were trying to avoid a situation where you would ever have to prove yourself because you was faking. You was lying. Faking involves deception. Faking involves lying. Winging normally involves telling the truth. But like I explained in the first example, You can be faking it at first and then turn it into winging it. Such as in the case where you took a job that you thought that you could do, but that you were not qualified for yet. Oh, TK right says, oh, okay. I thought I was going to ask you what you thought the difference was. Yeah, that's what I consider the differences to be. Now, that's not to say that everybody thinks the same way that I do. For some people, they may look at winging it and faking it as the same thing, because in both scenarios, you are not what people thought that you were. You are not what you're not where you're supposed to be, whatever supposed to be may encompass. But with one, you probably were transparent and honest about what your intentions were, what your skill set were, and what you could do, and what the expectations that could be placed on you were. You were probably honest about that when you were winging it. And faking it, you knew damn well from the beginning that they were looking for this, and you were not that. You were that. But you said, shit. They paying a bunch of money for that. For that. So I'm going to act like I'm that. People have done it, gotten away with it, never been called on the carpet. You know how many people took teaching jobs and jobs in the medical profession? People taking nursing jobs, talking about, first of all, I don't see how you can be hired to be a registered nurse or a straight up doctor without being verified first. But it happened. It happened plenty of times. Historically, it has happened plenty of times. And on other jobs, it has happened plenty of times. You know how many people who have never gone to school for computers, but know how to fix computers, know how to build computers, know how to hack, know how to, do all kinds of things and program computers and stuff like that. Some people got it like that. Some people just know what they are doing. And they got jobs. Totally faked it. Now, that didn't normally end well, but they got the jobs. So it's not like it's not like this is an uncommon practice. Faking it is a common practice. Some people might say that it's the American way, where they say fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. They really should probably say wing it till you make it. Just do the best that you can. Hold down the fort. Hold it down. Don't kill nothing. Don't let nothing die. Don't kill nothing. Don't let nothing die. Keep shooting until the recon mission comes. Keep shooting until the backup arrives. Do some cover fire. Blam, blam, blam. Blam, 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 blam. Blam, 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 blam. Until the rest of the people who are going to back you up get there. Just don't allow yourself to get eliminated. Sounds like an okay idea to me. But when you're faking it, you already knew. And you're going to have to explain to somebody that you were not who you said that you were when it all comes down. So because so many people have lied on their resumes, lied on applications, lied in interviews about who they were and what they could do, that's why many jobs make you verify or bring in your diplomas, certificates, degrees and things like that. They say, nah, we got to physically see it. We got to physically see it. So many people have worked in the mental health field, behavioral health field, didn't have no kind of certification. They go to no college, running around here calling themselves therapists. People have done it because they faked it so well. They were able to fake it so well. Let's say you went all the way through school and didn't graduate. Now you learned everything. You didn't graduate. You learned everything except how to get the degree. You did not get the degree. Maybe your grades were too low. Maybe you didn't have enough money. But a lot of people have gone to school, gone to college, all the way up to their senior year, all the way into their last semester, and for some reason could not graduate. But they learned everything that everybody who graduated learned. They just didn't graduate. Now, how they could know what somebody in grad school learns? Man, on the internet, you can learn anything you want to learn nowadays. If you really want to fake it. If you really want to fake it, make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And don't forget the heart, too. Let me make sure y'all give out some hearts, some hi-his. Let me know y'all there. Let me know you're here. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. I know it's only a few of us here. I don't care. You know what I mean? Make some noise. Yeah. Make some noise. What up, Carol Chamberlain? Me friend, me favorita, T. Carrie Wright, Stacy White. Thanks for coming on through. Good to see all of you. You know what time it is, and you know what we're going to do. So we're talking about the difference between winging it and faking it. When was the last time you had to wing something? When was the last time you had to wing something? You know what I mean? Shoot. The last time you might have had to wing something, you know, it's it's summertime. You may have gone to a cookout, you may have gone to a fair, you may have gone to some type of outing where they had outdoor exercises, or you got prizes for doing little competitions. When is the last time y'all been in a potato sack race? Well, when was the last time that some of y'all have been in a potato sack race? Now, please don't tell me that you've never been in a potato sack race. Come on, don't do that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been in a potato sack in probably 2 or 3 decades. I ain't been in a potato sack race in probably 2 or 3 decades or more. And now that I'm thinking about it, it might be time. A potato sack race. You know, shit like that. Now, you may have been in a potato sack race straight winging it. Like, man, I ain't had no potato sack skills since I was in the 5th grade. I ain't been in a potato sack since we went to. I ain't been in a potato sack since we went to Dutch Wonderland back in 1986. But here you are in a potato sack. And if you remember how the potato sack, I'm going to take y'all back today. I don't care. I know it's only Tuesday. You know, at the potato sack, you got to keep up you got to keep the potato sack up. You step inside the potato sack. This might be a challenge for some of y'all right now. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to get real visual for y'all today. I don't got no potato sack. But what I do have is I got a trash bag. Y'all. And my trash bag is going to be my potato sack for today. Here, this is my potato sack. You ain't even open up the potato stack. God darn it. All right. I don't want to kill myself.